a chef.
Okay. So during your orientation, do you remember any of the things that you covered, or like, did you have any like?
We had like safety hazards in the kitchen. Like, I guess is yours still going? Just like
the green light, I think means it's going.
what is that?
It's just turning everything on. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, what was question orientation?
Yeah. So during orientation, did you have training like about the ADA or about?
No.
No.
I feel like that's a lot for the first day.
Okay. Are you responsible for your own workstation in the kitchen?
Yes, but there's times when we pick each other's slack up.
Okay, but I mean like as far as having it prepped for the day, being
yeah.
ready and clean. Okay. Wait, we're not allowed to do this.
It's quicker than a caucus.
That doesn't even make sense.
Maybe just my chicken scratch.
I don't think that matters.
Alright. Never mind then.
Stray away from those questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you saw Alice and her boss getting in an altercation, and you saw Alice yelling at her supervisor. Do you feel like she was being insubordinate in this situation?
I guess it kind of depends on the context of the whole situation.
But by seeing by seeing someone yell at their superior.
I also saw, I guess it kind of depends on your perception. I also saw him yelling at her.
So what's your definition of being like insubordinate?
Not respecting one another, not respecting somebody that's above you.
So do you feel like Alice is being disrespectful to her supervisor in this situation?
I can't answer that. I don't know.
You don't think she was being disrespectful by yelling at her supervisor in front of other people in the kitchen?
Not if it was instigated.
Do you feel like Alice engaged in violence during this situation?
I feel like I answered this question, but I said the same thing before. No, just given the... if you consider violence, yelling at each other, and she did, I guess, have some sort of violence, but I believe it was instigated and it wasn't out of the blue.
So you didn't see her make contact with her supervisor?
I just saw them in each other's faces, and like I said, I turned my head, and then it was all blown up.
Okay. Have you been present during any other occasions like this with Alice or other employees?
With Alice or with other employees?
Just either or.
Everybody's had probably an incident at some point in the kitchen.
So,
I've been there.
have you seen another person yell at their supervisor in the kitchen?
Yeah.
In the way that Alice was?
I didn't pay that much attention, but things have got wordy before and heated.
Okay. Have you ever seen any other occasions of Alice acting in this way?
She's never hit anybody, if that's what you're asking. I know her and the what?
Wait, what were you gonna say? Finish that your sentence.
I know her and the supervisor have had.
That's not fair.
Caucus.
Yeah, what the heck? You can't just stop in the middle of a sentence.
I'm sorry. I thought she was gonna say what I was gonna caucus about.
Oh, okay. Are we going then?
Yeah. Okay.
We're not going to finish this in an hour.
Who else do we have left, though? I have to ask support group. They
Then they have to ask of the three of us.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That yours is going to take the longest.
Probably.
But, we have to finish it tonight.
She should go
Time
first.
during the week to come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should do your questions, get all
First,
your stuff.
you can
just
go
in
by
case.
9 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Because
Then it's all on you.
who was, you have his questions, right, that he was going to ask? His
we have
person?
all the
We have all the questions.
Okay.
We did it together.
Okay. All right, so
What was the question?
you were in the middle of an answer.
Yes.
Have you seen any other occasion of Alice acting in this way in the kitchen?
I've never seen her acting violently, but it has gotten heated between her and the supervisor before. I've been there to see those events.
So what were those like?
He again got in her face and just kind of calls her out on stuff and gives her a hard time about everything.
So, but just to be clear, in the beginning of this incident, you didn't hear what was going on. You just heard like.
I heard things get louder, and that's when I started paying attention.
Okay, so you didn't see the initial. Like,
I mean, she
meeting
stepped
between
away
them?
from her workspace where I was like working next to her, and I noticed she wasn't there. But I didn't like turn to see where she was going until I realized that they were arguing.
So did you hear anything specific? Like, did you hear
I
any
just
words
heard loud
exchanged?
yelling,
Just
and
so
then I was in my
nothing
own
specific.
zone, and then all of a sudden there was yelling, and
So you just went over to defend your friend.
I mean, not. I just broke them up because they were in each other's faces.
Okay. Did you feel uncomfortable when Alice was raising her voice at her supervisor?
I felt uncomfortable that anybody was raising their voice.
Okay. Do you think other people felt comfortable that Alice was raising her voice in front of her supervisor?
I mean, it's never comfortable for anybody when anybody's yelling at each other, standing right next to you.
Would you treat your supervisor like this?
It depends on the circumstances.
That's all I have.
This is so stressful.
You're up again, darn.
What am I? A
You're the support
leader?
group. You're probably more prepared for this one, though.
This one won't be bad.
Okay,
Okay, ready?
I guess.
Okay. So, how long have you known Alice?
For 5 years.
Okay.
Can we just time out? This is still recording, right? I just want to
Yeah, it
like
is.
triple check.
I know, I should check mine too.
I know the green light like means that, but if we don't have this, like,
It's gone.
did you take notes on my interview?
Yeah, on
Okay.
yours, but not on mine.
I took a lot of notes on yours.
Oh wait, no, it's still working.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so how many people usually attend the support group meetings every week?
It varies. Sometimes it could be 5, sometimes it could be 2, sometimes it could be 10.
Okay. So how often does Alice attend the support group
Every
meetings?
Wednesday.
Has she ever missed a meeting?
I mean, maybe a few times, but nothing. I mean, that's just normal for anybody.
Okay. Does she have a reason for why she misses those meetings?
She has a late night at work, something of that nature, family emergency, doctor's appointment.
Okay. How erratic is her behavior on a scale of 1 to 10, just from what you hear from her saying?
What was the last part of your question?
From just like what you hear from her in the support group meetings, from what she says.
I wouldn't say her behavior is necessarily erratic. I mean, you can definitely tell when she's having a good day and when she's having a bad day.
Can we just? Is your audio on for sure? Like your microphone?
It should be.
I hope so.
Like, should we check it?
Just stop it and
Just
then
check it.
Yeah.
do the next.
I really hope